first of all, I love a challenge. The hawkers markets here are not so much underprivileged, but they go unnoticed. So they go unnoticed to the tourists. I love a challenge. I hate playing safe. I love the vulnerability, and I think more than anything, some very talented chefs here. And this is not about me thinking I'm better than them. SingTel threw the challenge out there. I'm gonna put my balls on the line. And chicken rice, you can't mess with that. Chili crab, Lasky, you can't mess with that either. Today, I think every top chef in the world should become a student. It's the most amazing thing that can ever happen, because I think you constantly learn. I saw something in there already this morning that I loved. Inside the chicken broth that poached the chicken, they had this amazing rock sugar and whole chilies, and then they roasted the garlic. And from the garlic being roasted with the ginger, they added that to the broth. So all of a sudden, this broth is becoming very fragrant. So I cook with my eyes. So I've learned something already, only having been here for a few hours. I'm not taking tips. I'm stealing. I'm like a magpie. I'm coming to look at everything that is almost glittery. And you know what? I think every top chef learns from one another. I think what's happened to Singapore over the last 5 years, from the amount of amazing restaurants to the buzz and the culture, that's what I love most. The sort of multicultural aspect, the Malaysian style, the Cantonese style, Singapore's own style, and of course the Indian influence, the Portuguese influence, and now a heavy French influence. So very few cities like any in the world that can offer that kind of diversity. Don't underestimate the importance of that chicken rice. You need that chicken gras, that chicken flavour to glaze the rice. That is all about the cooking, because they boil it literally for 30 minutes and they need to cool down within 30 minutes as well. So it's just absolutely right. So you may snap the bone and see a little bit of blood in there, but it's about the flavour. Chili crab, that's a tough one, that one. That's a very tough one. Important to get the bile out. And the lasque, for me, that's all about the blend of the spice and how you season that. The secret is in the cooking the rice, and obviously the length of time you cook the chicken. But you taste that chicken, it melts in your mouth. And look at the conditions they're working. They're working in a kitchen the size of a bedroom, and yet everyone's just there on their board, chopping away and getting on with their business. Honestly, even when everyone's gone to bed tonight, I can guarantee I'll be sneaking downstairs to the back of the kitchen of the St. Regis and practicing my arse off, because if you think I'm going into that arena on Sunday night to even attempt to lose, no chance. And secondly, these guys don't thrive on Michelin stars and critics. They thrive on locals that are prepared to pay Singapore dollar for great food. And when I arrived, there was a queue outside here. So there's something to say about them being that successful without the exposure. And every time I walk into my kitchen, I have to create perfection. And Singapore on Sunday night is going to be no different for me. I'd be stupid to try and reinvent the wheel. Secondly, I'd cause a riot if I had to start coming up with a new, different chicken rice. Can you imagine the kickback? What I am going to do is focus on all those elements in terms of cooking the rice perfectly, boiling that chicken, and then, I'm not going to get it fancified with different textures. I want to learn that chili sauce, that blend of the garlic and the ginger, and more importantly, listen, if you can't beat them, join them, right? We have good days. Today's one of them. And when things go right, I'm the first to tell my chefs. When things go wrong, I'm also the first to let them know it's going wrong. So I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm not putting it out there that I can beat them, but I can certainly match them. And it's going to be interesting. There's 1,000 guests tasting. So this is not some snobby critic, poll that is highfalutin and these are proper people. I'm cooking with proper chefs. I'm expecting a lot of support, a lot of people dying to see me fail, and the more people that think I'm going to lose, the better I become. So I didn't come in here and study the recipes before I got here. I came straight off the plane this morning at 6:30, took a shower, and the first thing I wanted to do was get down to the market. But when you guys here and you guys back there are sleeping tonight, I'll be in the kitchen practicing, okay? No, there's only one Gordon Ramsay palette and you're looking at it. So I'm not past that stage yet that I can't peel my own garlic or chop my onions. I mean, I don't have any problems with that. So when they cook here, not only is it from the heart, but it's a tradition that is just so methodical. And you know, Madame Fu doesn't have her own TV series. She hasn't published 15 books, and yet she works like an absolute pro. The secret here is in the blending of the paste, whether it's a beautiful shrimp paste, whether it's a chili paste, but it's the blend they've got right. So we don't cook like that in Europe. We don't have that kind of access to those chilies and that kind of flavoring. So I'm glad that I do have experience from my travels through Southeast Asia. I'm going to be depending on that kind of experience, bringing that into this challenge. And I got the news this morning when I landed. I met the CEO of SingTel, and I think they were hoping for 1 million votes in terms of who are the best hawkers, and already we've exceeded 2.5 million. So that woke me up this morning, and now the pressure is on, and there's no way on earth I can afford to f this up.